Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Yeah, man, it's the coach's desk, and I'm your host, Coach Minzy. Trusting that everybody's doing well, everybody's doing all right. Yeah, man, real quick, gonna have a live here, people. Nothing planned, but we decide that, yeah, give the people opportunity to call in and share their views on developing situations, developing stories that are happening, where the Reggae Boys are concerned. Yeah. So feel free to call in, everyone. That's the number there on screen. Let me check if I right number there, Um, yeah, man, it's the correct number. So, yeah, man, people, big up on yourself. Thanks to everybody who continue to, tune into the show. All the people who linked Coach's Desk via WhatsApp and you sent your greetings, your holiday greetings. Enough respect, massive respect to you. We appreciate it. Yeah. So, yeah, man, trusting that you and your family they are doing pretty well. So, yeah, people, the phone line is open. You're free to call in. Yeah, man, it's the call-in show today, people. Yeah, man, a lot of things to talk about where the Reggae Boys are concerned. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? There's the Damari Gray situation, Leon Bailey, um, Mikel Antonio is back. Yeah, man, a whole lot of stuff to talk about. So just call in, people, and let us hear your views, your voice. Yes. We are giving you the opportunity to call in and share your views. Big up to Fresh, God in the building. Sword cries here. Cavill, sorry about that. Oh my. You can just log on onto your phone, man, while you travel. Yeah, man. If you're not in Jamaica, I'm certain most of those cars are connected to the phone. You know what I mean? All right. So yeah. We have not heard anything in regards to the friendly that is coming up. Few more days to go. So I mean, we're not sure if we're gonna be hearing other stuff. We have to hear other stuff because the team needs to be selected. We should hear about that. Fresh God in the building. I'm on big up to Fresh God. Of course, people, the golden rule. Like up the stream. All right, big up to the silent deskers. Yeah, man, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Fresh. Yeah, man, feel free to call in. Talk you true, Blue. Coach, is it true that there are 9 players who are hijacking JFF and Paul Hall? People, people. Let us big up Fresh God and his earth strong enough, people. Today is Fresh God's birthday. Fresh God, big up yourself, Fresh God. Alex in the building. Big up yourself, Alex. But yeah, man, today is Fresh God birthday. We are big up Fresh God. Fresh God has been with us for quite some time now. And Fresh God is just a good youth. Yeah. So we have our first call coming in. Caller, good afternoon. You're live.
Good afternoon, coach. You are right. We are listening to you with the headset in. Can't wait till 4 o'clock.
Who is this? Cavell?
Drive. No man, I'm not in in New York.
Okay. Big up to the whole New York
I,
massive and big up to Norton. What say you,
yeah,
Norton?
I hope my EMS people don't see me driving and chat with you. Hey, why you don't answer the people's question when they ask you a pertinent question, coach?
What a
The
question.
guy just ask you if several guys are hijack Paul Hall program and you laugh it off. You must say you must answer, man.
Me I go answer, man, but me da wait till more people come on, man. Me I go answer it.
All right. All
I'll be
right. Here what me
answering it.
call you about though. Here's what I call you about. We are in trouble, you know. As much as you want to pick good things from the JFF, we are in trouble because they have no systematic way of doing anything. Everybody who you interview have an idea of what is supposed to be done, but but it is not structured. You know the problem that I have. Say if you give me all of those things that I find disturbing, it is solved in an afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It is nothing that cannot be solved in one day's work. About the especially the part where um we are more concerned with players coming in and how players are treated and all that stuff. All of that stuff is everybody who is in charge have a different idea or philosophy of how it is supposed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing structured
Yeah,
that you
so
can say this
yeah.
is how it is done. I'm disturbed. No. I don't want to pour any hot water for the JFF.
Mm-hmm.
Them get a lot already. But how you gonna put money into that?
Yeah.
How you gonna ask me for sponsorship into something like that?
And
That at this stage of the game, they're supposed to serve long time.
that's why
Even if you don't have it, yeah,
and
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
and that's
coach.
why we tell them to come on these platforms, let the fans, the diaspora, and the hardcore fans hear what is happening. They can get ideas and some sort of transparency and bond will be developed between the JFF and the fan. Because the fans are
That
very
is true.
important.
Yeah, that is true because I don't feel so. I don't feel that animosity between me and them again, especially after the president came on.
And that's what
But
I'm talking about. So the notion that persons had before the president and the Gensec came on, they kind of are sort of dispel, even though persons might be having issues still. But I mean, it is a start. The journey has
it
started,
is a
and
start.
right.
But here how the journey will come full circle.
Mm-hmm.
If my apprehension is met, if next week I hear that we didn't have that in place last week, but here it is, we have it in place now.
Mm-hmm.
But if next year this time there's nothing,
Yes.
them not getting a penny. Me
Right.
now be a bone bad lamb for them 100%
Right.
because you can't make your effort go in vain. You have things to do. You understand? You have things to do. Um, Cataract have things to do. The whole of them have things to do, but you can't you can't make the good words fall on stony ground.
Right.
You
Right.
can't allow good words to fall on. Walk with your pocket. I wish the Gensec was walking with a pocketbook because you need to take notes. You
Take
need to take
notes.
notes and do
Yes.
better.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not like I'm throwing fire on somebody who I don't know. Me, I'm used to play ball,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it's nothing personal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nothing personal at all. Me like the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But me don't like, but I don't like the system. I don't like
Yes.
the system. I don't like what they stand for. You understand? And if you want sponsorship and all that stuff, you can't treat people like give you your money and don't ask me nothing. You
Mm-hmm.
have to be you have to have some things. Come on, coach. You are a coach for whatever you coach for athletics and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you want sponsorship, you have to put your house in order.
That's true.
But from the time that we've been following the bloggers from COVID start, the FF has not done anything. When Mr. Ricky say, "Come and sit down and talk to me and tell me what I need to do better," I would love to see one thing that has been implemented. Because while listening to both of them, while listening to both of them in both interviews, they have the best of intentions, so they say, but
Yes.
they can't they can't pinpoint one thing
Pinpoint, right.
that
That's the issue,
wasn't there
person. That
before
right.
that is there now. Nothing. There's
Yes.
nothing new,
And that's what persons
man.
like you are having issues with.
Yes, they have an issue with it, yes, because if you miss a boy, last year this wasn't there, and this year we put this for better.
Mm-hmm.
We could have said, all right, at least one thing. But everything you ask Mr. Ricketts, he's going to look into it. He's going to look into it. And it's simple things. It's simple things that you that think, say, boy, if all know, them not put that in place yet. It is depressing, listening to you guys, nothing no way. It's not like, although me wait for 4 o'clock because me addicted to you. Me addicted to it. And it's almost like you drink white rum, although you know say it's going to lick you down later on. You understand? Because it is depressing. It is depressing. I mean, Mr. Wind last night, he was receptive 1 minute to getting one of management computer geniuses to help him out.
Mm-hmm.
Not even 1 minute. Him know the problem and him have a problem, but him not take no help.
Yeah.
Oh
But
boy.
we are
Yeah,
hoping
man. But keep up.
we are hoping that the change will come there. We are hoping, and as I said before, it is a start. These persons that you wouldn't have gotten on platforms like these for decades and probably multiple decades, they have been on. So it is a start. So we have to give thanks for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Them choose. They could have chosen you, that you're gentle just like man is man. You're gentle just like man is man. So so them now go choose some other place, some other pour up, and it was good that man is man put a keep on Qatar during the interview and all of that. And be quiet.
yeah, man, it's all in the
You
making, man.
understand?
It's all in the making. Brain drain,
All
don't
right,
get it
all right. So
twisted. The gentleman said he's addicted to the show, not coach's desk. The individual, the show. Don't get it twisted, brain
be
drain.
addicted to all of this show, them fear distraction. But
Yeah.
my friends who me used to call up and say, hey, the JF, if I do this, they don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear it. They know me can't call them up and talk, not there. So me have an outlet now with you.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that, because you know what, if the JFF put their house in order and had these things locked, they wouldn't need a marketing manager as such, because all the marketing people who they've been hiring, they look at them drop off of the boat. Where is that nice lady who came on
Ap-
saying that she's back and she's gonna
appa-
revamp and she had this in place? Where she there? Where she there?
Apparently she gone again. Well, not sure, but it seems that way. From listening to the interview, it sounds that way.
They don't have nobody. They don't have nobody at all, coach. I don't think so. But all they need to do, all they need to do is do the little things. To treat people good, do the little things, and be consistent, and they will get the money.
Yes. All right, look like we lost him there. Apparently he got a call, a direct call. Yeah, man. So big up to the caller from New York. Called in. So that he's driving and listening to the show. Yeah. So big up big up brain drain. Big deal, big up yourself. People, this is a call-in show. You just call in and share your views on the many topics that surround the Reggae Boys. Today is Fresh God's birthday. So big up to Fresh God in the building, Yeah, man, on just shout happy birthday to Fresh God. Brain Drain, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself, Brain Drain. You know, I get it twisted, you know. Neoformance. uh, yeah, man, big deal, big up yourself. Grammy family, big up yourself. Big up my K-Money and friend, Cavell. Yeah, man, big up yourself, Cavell. I know you're listening while you're traveling, you know. Big up yourself. And it's not far from home, you know, because we know that Cayman is not so big. Yeah? And big up to my brother over there in Cayman and his wife. Yeah, man. And everybody else who in Cayman Island listening to the coach's desk, big up yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, people, what say you, big deal? What say you? All right, so Toki asked a question earlier, you know, people. And the caller said, I'm not answering the question, I just laughed about it. I'm still gonna laugh, you know. Big up to Ferdinand, South African brother in the building, you know. Big up Ferdinand, New Wave Entertainment. Big up yourself. Yeah, man. Ferdinand, how is everything, man? Trust that everything is all right. All right. So Toki asked a question about the question there. See if I can find it. Yeah. Is it true that there are 9 players who are hijacking the JFF and Pollard? I definitely don't believe that is happening based on conversation. You know what I mean? Based on conversation. So tell you what, people, you know, the youth affair of him on him investigative act. And you know, we went into the field like the farmer. Yeah. And we tried to dig for some grown provisions, whether it's sweet potato or yam. We got back some information, but I don't really want to touch that topic really, you know, because from what I know, I don't know if that is happening. I don't know. So I really want to leave that conversation. But from what I know, I don't think any of that is happening. I could be wrong. Yeah, Brendan. Once me see that, I know it's you. Crystal, what's up? All right, Crystal banging in the big interviews in the people. Come, Crystal, give us a call. Call the show, Crystal. Let the people hear your voice. Or you can join us on the panel. You know, we have that sort of keys for the one and only lady in the spare. Or sphere. I pronounce it correctly now because you know man called brain drain in the building, you know. So you have to be on your P's and your Q's, dot all your I's and cross your T's because the man brain drain is in the building. Yeah, man. Crystal, give us a call. Give the show a call. Yeah, man. Respect Fresh God. We are trying to think, you know. You know, we're all about improving, you know, people. So we're trying. We're trying. Given the production, you know, facelift here, there, and everywhere. Where we can. It's not at the best, but we're getting there. Yeah, man. Um, Andrew Phillips, welcome to the show. Them for left the side. Alvas not ready. But people, from what we have heard, you know, Alvas and O'Neill Fisher, they weren't called for this game. I'm not sure if that is going to be changing. But from what I understand, is that they weren't called. Only I think Giovanni's. I did a live on this. Giovanni's, if or maybe, and Andre Blake is the only one who said that he's unavailable. Yeah. Colin Quest, welcome. JA players need 100% fitness, a lot of cornmeal porridge. Them weak. Them not have speed with the ball. All right, Colin Quest. Yeah, man, fresh. Big up again. I'm not giving any trouble, Crystal. You know you're doing your thing. And as the only female, we have to give you the support that is needed. So, people, if you're on this stream and you have not yet subscribed to Talawa TV, you need to go and do so. Don't only watch the videos. You need to subscribe so when she drops the videos, you will be notified. So you know, if you hear say, oh, you know, Crystal do an interview with Marcus Gale, with John Barnes. Oh, I have to go and check it out. No, you will be notified. And she has more bangers coming in of people. Hey, Crystal is in the Mecca of people. The Mecca of football. That's in England, they say. Yes. So, Crystal, let's go on do your thing. Big up yourself, girl. All right, Brain Jane say, I never judge. But you just comment on what people say, right, Brain Jane? Okay. Warren Webster, big up yourself. Happy welcome to the world, dear. Fresh God. Big up yourself. Ah, that's a new one. Welcome to the world, dear. Yeah, man, that's a good one. Warren Webster. Big up yourself. Will the walls be painted pink? Never. And never brain drain. Nah. I have a pink tie and one of those pink lapel things. Yeah. It's the only pink thing I have. No pink shirt, no pink pants, no pink watch, no pink necklace. Yeah, I mean, no, not a fan of the color pink. I think it's soft. The closest I'll wear to pink is probably, if it is close, Crystal can correct me as the lady, or Cavell, peach. Sometimes I hear in peach, I say, I like your pink shirt, but it's not pink. So Andrew Phillips says they are stressing about local players and the local players can't match up to the players playing in England. I rather to match players versus trying to a thing with the local players. All right. Ian Campbell, big up yourself. Coach, you're listening to the program. Jamaica should prepare for 2026 because we are going nowhere in this campaign. New coach, but I'm not hopefully. I am not. Hopefully you should say, because we need new players qualify for the World Cup. We need all new players, Ian. Come on, Ian, call the show. He's calling the inner people. Them need the porridge Boza Granny used to give them. All right, Cavell, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Please remember to like up the live, as Fresh God is saying. Please remember to do so. That's the golden rule. That's just a way of showing that you have sanitized when you enter the sporting arena of Coach's Desk. I never comment in live chats. Too fake. Busy like some who are consumed with productive work 24 hours per day. They say you never comment in live chats. Okay. Interesting. All right, people, remember the phone line is open. It is a call-in show. We want to hear your views. You just call and let your voice be heard. A lot of stuff to talk about. Yep. A lot of stuff to talk about. What say you, people? Mikel Antonio is back with a bang. Who saw that wrestling match with Mikel Antonio? Jairus, big up yourself. Just remember, calling people. The number is right on screen there. You can give us a call. Call the show, let your voice be heard. What is Donna doing in Jamaica? Who is Donna? COVID vacation. Everton Jackson, welcome to the show. We definitely have to keep pushing for on the 2022 World Cup. Hard focus. Work sometimes create unexpected surprises. Yeah, so I mean we have six games to go. 6 crucial, critical, hard games to go. 4 at home, 2 away. One of those away games will be against our fiercest rival in Panama. We have not had a victory over Panama in quite some time. So we definitely this road to Qatar is very difficult. I mean, like Ian said, bringing in a new coach. The interesting thing about bringing in the new coach, there, people, is that the new coach has been there for the start of the campaign, new but seasoned. Yeah, so I think that might be on the plus side. That might be on the plus side. You know what I mean? So it is gonna be tough. No two ways about it. It doesn't matter the credentials of the coach. It is going to be a tough ask. And we need all hands on heart on deck so that this dream can become reality. All right. Warren Webster said, after watching Crystal interview, it's obvious that some of the problems still exist. To me, the better we perform internationally, the more scouting will be done on home soil. Absolutely, I agree with that, Warren. We just need to the team to stay positive and play every game like it's a championship game. There's still hope. I absolutely believe that, Mr. Smith. Big up yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show. Everton Jackson is saying that new coach equal new energy. Yes. I am certain St. Jago track star Keisha Downer, the last name is Downer. Do you concur? Of course I concur. What is Donna doing in Jamaica? COVID vacation? Of course. It's been a while she has not been in Jamaica. So she came to Jamaica, look for family and friends. And she stopped by. Right, brain drain? You are correct, Mr. Drain. But it's just that it's the lines of the conversation you wouldn't expect me to follow because we're talking about football, and then you just switch the channel just like that. Brain drain. We need to have a conversation outside of this forum, and I ask you to message me on Instagram, or you can send a message to the number on screen. You haven't done so. Is it that AI doesn't pick up certain messages? Okay, could be. Yes. So it's this road to Qatar, 6 games to go. It's going to be very, very, very tough. Yeah. And it's gonna show how tough mentally the players are. It's gonna show how tough mentally the coach is. And of course, the fans, as usual, need to put in their 2 cents. Supporting in whatever way, right? It might be a tough ask again. The stadium won't be filled. Um, yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. All right, we're getting a call. Let me see who is this. Caller, good afternoon. You're live on the coach's desk.
Yeah, yes, coach. It's Ian. Hope all is well.
Yeah, man.
Just
Ian,
a
big
quick
up
call.
yourself.
I'm still at work.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that um the players we have currently, um namely core players,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we are going anywhere with those guys, really and truly,
Mm-hmm.
because the majority of our core players they've been around for a number of years, and we have not managed to advance to a World Cup or win any tournaments. Well, namely the Gold Cup with them,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I am thinking that they have reached their capacity,
Mm-hmm.
right? Of how much they can actually deliver for the nation, right? So yes, you respect your players and you want them to do well, right? But how far can they carry us? That is my issue, because
Mm-hmm.
if I say Paul Hall, for instance, select a squad and you have probably 90% of the players that the previous coach had selected, I don't expect anything to happen, because the fact is that the other teams in the region, the US, Mexico, Canada, the Costa Ricas, those core players are not good enough to beat them, right? Check the record. Not
Mm-hmm.
not when we're playing a Mexico that's weakened, are using their B team, or US using their B team.
But
Check the
Ian,
record of us playing them. Yeah.
Ian, when we say core players, are they only the local players? Because Bobby Reed is one of the core players, I believe. He has been
Bobby
around.
Reed is not good enough.
Bobby Reed isn't good enough, according to you.
I don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's good enough, because
Okay.
Bobby Reed is what so supposed to be a winger. A winger. I don't think he's good enough. Mariap, I don't think he's good enough.
Okay.
Right? Some of the newer players are very good, I think. Like a Daniel Johnson, who has never played for Jamaica in his current position, or Rafa Morrison. We have had these guys around. Have they played for us in their current position? No, they haven't. Yeah.
But
So
has Bobby Reed been playing in his correct position?
Bobby Reed has played in his current position for Jamaica.
On all
Well,
on every given every go?
no. I can't answer that. That I wouldn't. Right? Yeah, okay.
We're not hearing it, Ian. All right, apparently Ian had to go. His line cut off. Yes, Brendan, that was Ian Campbell. Real baller. John, oh, sorry, no. But this was an impromptu sort of a stream. Wasn't anything really planned. I said I'm just gonna create a stream for the people. I was around the computer from in the morning till afternoon, and I say, what? Let me just create a stream for the people to call in and share their views on the final 6 games road to Qatar. What are your thoughts? Yeah. So I know the time slot might not be good for everyone, but at the same time, it is still good for some people. Yeah. All right. Jero said Bobby is a calm and is as is DJ. Joseph Brown, welcome. Big up yourself. No football next year between World Cup, Female World Cup, the junior teams, the Nations League, Qatar 2022. Looking forward to some lively discussions about our other teams, especially the females. Yes, Joseph, definitely we'll be delve in into some of these things. You know what I mean? Minus that spectacular goal, Bobby Reed has been a disappointment. Yeah, that's true. So, but I'm not gonna say he's not good enough. But yeah, I think he has had a poor run of form for the Reggae Boys, and that's the other thing. Because when he goes to Fulham, he has been playing well, racking up assists, hitting the back of the net, and all these things. But to say he's not totally good now, can't agree with you on that one, Ian. So what you'd say about Mikel Antonio? That man has played every position on the field except probably the goalkeeper. You know? You didn't watch the video I put out today. That man is coming from a far away, brother. So Apple, no, nothing is wrong if DJ. I want to Chelsea. Just get a notification. Dre anyway that talk up. Apple side I say Bobby Reed is a defender playing forward. Really? Okay. 3 tries. And you say you don't judge, right, Brain Jane? Oh my. Mm-mm. Bridging. You know, easy, you know, man. Yeah, you need to stop give trouble, mate. Claudia Adges, big up yourself. And please remember, people, when you enter, just send out birthday greetings to Fresh God. Oh, a man a drink when he's legal. Hey, Claudia, watch it, you know. Hey, Claudia, I have a bone for pick with you, you know. I ask if you do something, you know, do it, you know. So, I have a bone for pick with you. Yeah? Flex Supreme, the DJ, big up yourself. Like from Bobby Reed here to Antonio in this side, him get panic and start playing like a bug. Float management. So the caller, Ian was talking nonsense. All right, Omar, big up yourself. Coach, what is your best 27-man squad in your opinion? Hey, that's hard, you know, man. That's hard, brother. But I can't do it just on the spur of the moment. I have to think about it. Yeah. What you say? Chelsea draw again, Desert. Oh, so United alone, they have strength for. Okay. Mm-hmm. I see. Said the blind man. Mm-hmm. Okay. United alone don't have strength for, man. Line is open, people. There is the number on screen. You can call in and let your voice be heard on the 6 games to go for Qatar. Let me see who is this calling in. Okay. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. You're live.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Hey, Mr. Mejosi. Hey, Crystal. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Happy Earthstrong again to Fresh and season greetings to your subscribers and yourself.
Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate it. Fresh gotta
You're
get big
welcome.
up, you know. I hope him still on. Oh, yes, he's still on. Go ahead, Crystal.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to call you earlier on and I ended up calling someone else. So I just had to cut the call and try again.
Okay, no problem. What say you?
Literally, I just tuned into your program and I've got my eyes on the Manchester City game and I'm just taking in some of what you're saying back to your viewers and listening to your last caller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it so far.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the 6 games that we have remaining? Road to Qatar with a new coach, albeit this coach has been there from the start of the campaign. do you think we're going to qualify?
I think it's one of those questions that remains to be seen.
Wow.
There's two benefits that could literally go against us. Bit similar to what you've touched on in the sense that Paul Hall has been with us since summer.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it's between June and July when he came in. So obviously that means he's familiar with the players
Mm-hmm.
that's available to himself. So he should know what works best. Also, it could be a case where we're quite fortunate and tap into that honeymoon period and then sail off into the sunset, if you want to put it that way, and somehow work a miracle and qualify. But obviously, the difficulty with that, or the downside is once you capitalize on your honeymoon period, the setback from that is you're obviously papering over the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
So long term thinking that could then come back around 360 and cost us. So it's a difficult one. I'm guessing the best way to make a judgment is to sit and hang tight and wait until the first game is played, and then you can kind of judge the mood of the players, the atmosphere, and see what's likely to happen. But mathematically, they're still in it.
Yeah, man, I agree with you on that. Because I'm waiting to see the squad that the coach will pick. Then I start to,
Mhm. Mhm.
take it from there. But in terms of the Omicron that is taking over, especially in England there, do you see it as a deterrent to Paul Hall himself picking the sort of players that he possibly would need? Would it be a same situation or scenario where the same thing that happened to us in the first window, will it happen in this window? These are some thoughts
I
that are
don't
running
think
through my head.
I don't think that a pandemic would stop Paul Hall from picking his best available players. Obviously, you would have to take safety procedures in mind. I don't think Paul Hall is the problem. I'm more concerned about the likes of the Premier League, the Championship, League One, and so on, and more importantly, the clubs. Because obviously we've seen in recent years, not even recent years, just historically, clubs
Mm-hmm.
overseas, particularly in the UK, have zero respect for Jamaica. You'll be fortunate if you
Yes.
come across a club or a league that respects Jamaica sincerely without the players going above and beyond and forcing their way to play for their country. So I'm not concerned about what Paul Hall has in mind. I think he would go with what is right, again, safety procedures in mind and wanting to maximize his potential. I'm more concerned about the leagues and the clubs. You can see what's going on at the moment with AFCON. A lot of the we've seen the likes of Klopp come out and make a statement on
Mm-hmm.
AFCON, which is quite distasteful, because if you was looking at the European competitions played in Europe, nobody would downplay their players going off to such competitions. But when it's the AFCON and when it's CONCACAF
Right.
competitions, people, the bigger boys or, the bigger heads, bigger figures, they frown upon such competitions. So they are the ones that we need to be like keeping an eye on, not necessarily Paul Hall.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's true. I think definitely there's a prejudice where that is concerned, but we hope that it will not affect the selection that is come that he would have to do
Mm,
when it's time to select his players. Albeit I believe that he would have had the players on paper that he would want.
yeah,
I'm thinking that
yeah.
because like you said, he's not a newbie to this team.
No,
He has
he's
been
not.
there before.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the positives, one of the benefits, if you want to call it that.
Hmm.
That, like I said, he's familiar with the team, so he should know what works best in that regard.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Ian, I saw that you were calling, but Crystal is online. So we'll just holler back at you when we're finished with this conversation. So yeah, I think I am more on the positive side though, Crystal, because
Mm-hmm.
um I don't see it getting any worse in terms of accumulation of points. I don't see it, and
Yeah.
I'm not really throwing any jibe at the previous coach. I'm just saying I don't see it getting any better. Why I say that is because all the other teams would have had their Cinderella moment, right? And we would have had
Yeah.
our topsy turvy moment. And with those 4 runs that we had without losing a game, I do believe that it would be remiss of us not to capture all the points that, in terms of the positive 3 points, starting with the home game against Mexico. Mexico is wounded. We are going to be having a tricky trip on the road, and I think that game would be one of the game, if not the game, that we have to capitalize on. You know what I mean? Because if we were to the worst case scenario, I want a point in Panama. We can't afford to leave Panama without a result, in terms of a
I
positive
think,
result. It's gonna be tough on us,
yeah.
but if we get a good result in Panama, then I believe that we could just go in the home stretch and do our thing. What say you?
Yeah, I think at this point we pretty much can't be settling for a point, because settling for a point is asking for the bare minimum, is the reason why we're in this position. So it's literally 3 points or keep whatever is on the table. Because what are you going to do at this point? What are you going to do with 1 point here and 1 point there? You might as well stay at the office and clean the desk, because you're not going to qualify if that's the case. It's all about accumulating maximum points, and that starts with the home game. I believe the home game is against Mexico, right? Starting with your
Yes,
home
yes.
game and then just cracking on. Like we really have no room for marginal error.
True.
That was then way back from when we started off. We do not have the we've put ourselves in a position where we have the only option that we have going forward is to seek those maximum points. We can't really settle for bare minimum no more, because bare minimum has unfortunately put us in this shaky position.
And that's what makes it more difficult, Crystal, because
Hmm.
with trying to get 18 points, remember, we're trying to get 18 points maximum. Has it ever been done? Do we have the mental capacity to do it? I'm not questioning
That's
the ability, the skill set. It
yeah,
has a lot of
yeah.
mental aspect to it.
Yeah, again, that's a really good point that you've touched on, and it goes back to something that I wanted to pick up on. It's one thing looking at Paul Hall, but at this point, we have to look at everyone. So,
Mm-hmm.
that includes the federation, the boys at the top, the whole
Mm-hmm.
coaching setup, and the players as well, because it's the players that have to go out there and get the job done on the field. It doesn't really matter what's going on off the field of play, because that doesn't win you points, unfortunately. So the players, in some sense, they have to find that warrior mentality to go out there and know that it is war from here on out, from the first game to the very last game. It is war that you're in, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to somehow, even though it sounds far fetched, you have to try and aim for the highest points possible. Because worst case scenario, maybe you can fall back on a draw. But if you're going into a game saying that you want to draw, you're
Mm-hmm.
almost guaranteed to lose.
Right,
Because if
right.
you slip, you're definitely going to lose. But if you aim for a maximum points, then your safety net is obviously a draw. So yeah, the players definitely have to find something in their locker to grind out results. We've obviously got natural winners in the team sorry, natural winners. Yeah, natural winners within the team. So individual players who have taken their clubs to newfound heights. So it's definitely likely that they can recreate some sort of history as a collective
Mm-hmm.
with their national side, because they've done it at club level.
Right. So do you look forward to see the return of Daniel Johnson, Michael Hector, and Ethan Pinnock?
I think I've always sung Big Heck high praises out of the three players that you've named,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just a massive fan of his character, and you
Yes.
need that good characters around you. Yeah, you can say that he's perhaps not everyone's favorite cup of tea,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't question his commitment. He was a player who decided to commit for Jamaica at a young age when he could have
Yes.
done what many of his English peers were doing and sitting and waiting on England call up. He didn't do that. He took a gamble
Mm-hmm.
and played for Jamaica. And he always like, even in person, I've like had the privilege of being in like same spaces at him at award shows, and whatever you see on social media in terms of how he carries himself is exactly how he carries himself in person. So, that being said, he's a fantastic ambassador for his country. And like I said, you can also credit him for always accepting that call up no matter what. I don't think I've ever heard a story of where one can question Michael Hector's commitment. Is he going to get on the plane? Is he not? That's not something that's never needed to be discussed
Mm-hmm.
and never need to be discussed. And in terms of Ethan Pinnock, yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing Ethan Pinnock. Not really sure how that's going to work in terms of your centre back pairing. It's looking like it might be Ethan Pinnock and Damian Lowe, because I
Mm-hmm.
can't see how you would take Damian Lowe out the team. And also Liam Moore, obviously, he's had injury. Injury has kind of like halted his position in the team, because at one point it was just nail on Liam Moore and Damian Lowe as the centre back pairing. So that's kind of changed for the time being. So who knows? Maybe Ethan Pinnock can come in and take over where Liam Moore was almost guaranteed a couple of months ago to start
Mm-hmm.
alongside Damian Lowe. And who was the third player? You
Um,
said Pinnock
Dan
and
Johnson, DJ.
Daniel Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting to see Daniel Johnson again. When you look at what he does for his club, he holds himself accountable. You've seen him wear the captain's armband for Preston North End throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously that tells you that they have belief in him, renew
Right.
his contract. He's a natural born leader, and that's what you need at this point of the campaign, leaders and warriors. So yeah, that's another point that could definitely um play in our advantage, or at least I'm hopeful that it plays into our advantage.
Right. Yeah, I think that those are some of the points I'd want you to elaborate on, and you did so quite fine.
Good.
Yes,
Good.
man.
Great.
I see where Ethan is under 1-0.
Yeah, I just had it literally just changed on my TV. Yeah, they were 1-0 down against Manchester City.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea got pegged back right at the
Yeah,
death. That
Danny
guy Danny
Welbeck.
Welbeck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing his former London and former Manchester club a little favor there. So massive big up to that guy Welps. So yeah, it's looking good in the Premier League at the moment.
Yeah, man. It's looking good. It's looking good. But Man City seem like they want to take it away. Chelsea is sort of falling back a little bit. So,
Mm.
I guess the hype
Yeah,
has run out.
yeah, Chelsea is an interesting one. Chelsea have an annoying habit of being that yo-yo club, and I hate when they tap into their yo-yo behavior, because inevitably what happens is they change managers and then they're instant winners again. I don't know how they do it, but they're just like miracle workers. But I don't think they're going to be changing managers overnight just like that. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying that's their traditional habit, and it works good. It works for them. That's their winning recipe. In terms of Manchester City running away with that at the moment, you can only put that down to the likes of Liverpool messing up and not capitalizing when they should, especially in front of goal. And you definitely can't ignore the red half of Manchester, that being Manchester United, or the players that they have available. They should have been one of the teams that's challenging their friendly neighbours, Manchester City, for the title, but everything's just a bit up and down at Old Trafford at the moment. So that's
Mm-hmm.
one of the reasons why Manchester City are sailing away with the league at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And I wouldn't want to put United in there, doing it, but we're having a real.
You guys should have been in there. It's only your performances that's not making you in there. But at the start of the season, everyone would have said that, yeah, based on what you've got, you brought in Sancho, you've got Donny, you brought back one of your club legend. I mean, your goalkeeper, he's proven that he's still one of the best keepers in the Premier League and in the world. So why wouldn't they be part of the conversation? Again, similar to Liverpool, results have put you in a position where you're probably not part of the conversation for the time being. But we're not even halfway through the season yet. We still have to get through this little December period, which is about to conclude with Manchester City, and then you go into the busy period, which is that little January stretch, and then you can kinda call your top four. But yes, the journey is just getting heated, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. All
Yeah.
right. Thanks very much for calling. I see two people were calling while you were on, so we're just gonna holler back at them.
No worries. My apologies for keeping them on
No,
hold. I
no,
hope they
no,
haven't left, and
no,
if they have left, I
no.
hope they call back.
You have special privilege, Crystal. You're the only lady content creator around, so I definitely will give you that privilege. All right,
No, I appreciate it.
no
And
problem.
Happy New Year when it comes to yourself and your subscribers. And I hope you guys have a prosperous new year.
Thanks, and same to you, Crystal.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, man. Bye.
Bye bye.
Hello, caller. You're live.
Yes, coach. Greetings, man. It's great to be here on your program. I watch you all the time, but this is my first time I'm calling in on the program.
Yeah,
So
man.
big up to
Thanks for
everybody, man.
calling and welcome, and thanks for supporting the show. What say you?
Yeah, man, definitely. So, coach, this is not me getting at you, but I want to encourage you, coach, to put away that idea of getting this 1 point business, because I definitely want to agree with the lady that just called in a while ago, because that is one of the biggest problems that gets we where we are, that have we in the situation where we are at the moment. Because
Mm-hmm.
when I was watching the other vloggers, like Simon Preston, and he was one of the main person too. Whenever we go to play against the powerhouse of the region, and not even only the powerhouse, even Panama and some of those teams, we keep on, when we go about the prediction, we keep on talking about 1 point, 1 point. And if you notice, for the past 3 or 4 games, I think that's what we have been getting, 1 point, 1 point. And the question is, where has that brought us? And so we're not in a position right now. And this is just me reinforcing, what the lady just said a while ago. And this is how I've been thinking from the longest while. We should have been aiming to the stars since the beginning, and that is what that is the example that those powerhouse nations are setting. You're not gonna see a Mexico going out there aiming for 1 point. The USA, they don't usually go out there aiming for 1 point. When Canada goes to play, when they go to the home nation and they get 1 point, they're usually grateful. But when they usually go, trying to win. And so that's the mentality of a champion. When you go out there, you go out there aiming for a victory. Um, and that has been my biggest problem also with Papa Whitmore. Well, one of my biggest problems with Papa Whitmore ever since he has taken over the job. If you notice, when we play in the Gold Cup, um, his style of play is always, when he goes up against Mexico, when he goes up against USA, when he goes up against this big team, his style of play is always sit back, hold out for a draw, and then and just be happy with it. And so he has the team playing in this defensive mode for the longest while. And Jamaica, it's always an embarrassment to just sit down and watch the players just sitting back and the other team just beating on us as if we don't know what we're doing. And so that, one of the things that we should have done long time ago, which the JF have finally done, which is kind of too late, was to get ourselves a new coach. And the caller that called just before, the lady was saying that some of the players are not good enough. Bobby Reed is not good enough, and so on. Um, while I agree partially, to what he said about some of the players are not good enough, I also I don't think the problem has been um, primarily the players. There are some players, yes, that I believe that shouldn't be there, because if you notice, our style of play is defensive. However, even when we have the ball, we can't keep the ball for too long. You notice that a lot of the players, they miscontrol the ball, they mispass the ball, and that's why we don't we cannot play a possession game because our passing accuracy is very bad, and
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't necessarily have to do much with the coach because these players, when it comes down to passing accuracy, controlling the ball, technical abilities, and those things, those I'm referring to from an individual standpoint with the players. Those are things that are developed in the players from their club. When it comes down to the national coach, he actually executes. He brings the players together, players that are already developed. He brings them together and he actually executes a tactic that's going to cause them to win. No, no, my problem is the coach has not been picking the right players, and that's why I'm glad that he's gone also. And so now we have Paul Hall in. Technically speaking, the players that we have right now, or most of the players that we have right now, if those players are deployed properly, and I believe that Paul Hall is going to be doing that because I think he means business. Now those players are deployed properly and are played in their right position, and and are really used the way they ought to be used, I think that we still have a chance of making it. But we just cannot be aiming for 1 point at this moment. It doesn't matter if we're playing against Mexico, it doesn't matter if we're playing against Brazil. We have to be aiming for maximum 3 points, and that's the only way that we're gonna be making it. Coach Taylor Whitmore has gotten us 1 point, I think, for 4 games, 5 games now. And I realized that at the end of some of the games, he was doing the post-match interview, and it's almost like I mean, he never smiles, but it's almost like he had a smile on his face, for the 1 point that he has been getting. And the question is, where has that level? You know what I mean? So we need to start aiming to, when I was in doing my bachelor's degree, we used to one of the things that we used to talk about was when we're gonna get into an exam. You know, you cannot be aiming for a B. If you aim for a B, you probably get a C or you probably get a D. If you but always aim for an A. And if you aim for an A and you get a B, then fine. But you tried your best, you aim at the highest, and then the rest is left up to the powers there is, as Papa would always say. But we cannot be we cannot be complacent right now at the spot where we're at.
All right. There's not much I can disagree with what you say, but what I can say, I said that in Panama we want 3 points, and that is going to be the tough game. But worst case
Hmm.
scenario, we can't leave Panama without a point.
I
So
agree. I agree.
that's where the 1 point came in. It's not like I'm saying
Hmm.
that we should go there playing for a point. I want 3 points.
Hmm.
But worst case scenario, we cannot leave Panama without a point
Hmm.
because that is the game I believe is going to be one of the most critical games because we have had a
Yeah.
big bad running with Panama, and I doubt we have ever beaten them. So, with that said, I agree with you totally, but just had to clarify that aspect of it.
Yeah, man, definitely. And if the players them go Panama and can't get the 3 point, make you want them stay there, man. Let them leave over there.
I say if they don't get
But
the if they, if they don't get the 3 points,
if
they
they
can
can't
stay.
get 3 point, they'll come back. I guess yeah. But yeah, man, definitely. I think and even just speaking about the issue that we're having right now with some of the players refusing to call up and all those things. Um, for me, that is just so disgraceful and so distasteful because like first of all, and I just want, if I'm sure a lot of these players are listening, I just wanna say, you guys just stop the foolishness, man. Stop the foolishness. This is football. This is what happens in football. Managers are hired, they're fired, they're replaced when they're not performing, and some of these players that are saying these things about not representing, they have reason to be doing so. They definitely have reason to be doing so because they know that under a different coach, they wouldn't be playing. Well, at least a lot of them. Maybe not all of them. Andre Blake would be one of those who I think would be playing all the time because he's our best goalkeeper at the moment. But it doesn't matter who that play, who the player. All players can be replaced, and some of these players they know because, for example, look at Javier Brown versus Albert Powell. You
Hmm.
know, I, I'm sure from from running through the comments, and the different bloggers, and just looking at the whole atmosphere, and I'm sure that most Reggae Boys supporters would have selected Javian Brown to be a starter over Albert Powell, based upon Albert Powell's current form, and because he's injury prone and all those things, and also Javian Brown current form, because Javian Brown is playing consistently, he's doing very well and all those things, and so but then we see a Tapa Whitmore who basically instead of playing a player that would actually give us the best outcome, you're playing a player that you're actually, most people would say his favorite player, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and we need to step away from those type of thing, the friend thing, and I don't like the whole lot of speculation. I don't know what's going on within the JF or within the back office or whatever. The vloggers would know more than myself, but football is a result oriented game, and so we
Absolutely.
cannot be putting all these friend thing before the game, and that's one of the things that has been keeping Jamaica down for the longest while. When it comes down to these things, we have to put out the person that's going to be more efficient, the person that's going to give us the results. And these things are what's going to bring Jamaica, to the next level. Right now, we have right now the best crop of players ever since I have been watching Jamaican football. And sometimes, yeah, we definitely do, and if you compare the players that we have right now on paper to a lot of the other players to a Panama team, to a Canadian team, I would say we match up to a Canadian team, or even USA, when it comes down to the quality of the caliber of players that we have right now, on paper. So it's just a matter of execution. It's just a matter of a coach who knows how to actually tactically place the players on the field, when to make the change and all those things. With definitely, although it's a thing of the past, but Tapa was not the person, and we should have done that a long, long time ago. So now we have a new coach, a person that's qualified on paper, even though he doesn't have much experience. I'm giving my support 100%, and
Mm-hmm.
I am, I just feel like I'm 100% sure that, um, if if he just play attacking football and play a little bit different from Topper, I feel like we're gonna get a better result, because I just feel like he can't be worse than Topper, because I feel like we have the players. We just need a coach that actually, that will just do a little bit better than Tapa in terms of picking the right team, put making the changes, and because the players, most of our players, they're filled with individual brilliance, now, man. When you look at the players that we have, these are players that can get things done, and so we do it right now. We are way behind, but it's still possible. I believe in possibilities. If we do it right now, and we find ourselves in Qatar, then we can create a new memory. When we went to 1998, I was just a kid at that time. I don't know anything about 1998, and I'm sure there's a lot of Jamaicans right now that can share the same view, that I have never seen 1998. Um, the young people of our time have never seen 1998. The young people in Jamaica who are growing and shoot up people, kill up people, they haven't seen 1998. We're looking for a current history, something that we can see in our time,
Right.
something that we can celebrate about and boast about, and say, this is my country in the World Cup right now. Yes, talk about 1998. It's a historical achievement. Yes, we're happy about it. Yes, we can look in the history book and say, yes, we've been to the World Cup one time. But nobody now, when you come onto other countries and all those things, they don't really look on them something.
So
They
want to
they
write
look
more
at your
history.
most. We need to rewrite history. We need to do something for the young people at our time. Just like we see Usain Bolt, those athletes going out there and writing history. And as a result of that, we find a lot of different athletes, believing that they can do it. Before Usain Bolt and and Shillian Fraser and those heroes, all we had was Merlin Atty and Veronica Campbell, and they're all we could have boasted about, and we have never really won gold before. We didn't believe that we could do it, but then when Usain Bolt came, and Shillian Fraser came, and they started to actually break that barrier of bronze and silver and start winning gold, and what you find happening? Jamaica start aiming after goal. We start when we go to the Olympic. You don't hear the runners oh, I'm aiming for silver, or I'm aiming for bronze. They're always aiming towards winning.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the mentality that we need to start developing. We that intelligence, how to at least so he knows how to, yeah, and a good, you know you know well, he think that he's not just being politically correct, but at least we've seen him actually see that shows he knows the I've never seen in the he speaks shows that he knows, and so looking forward to some good football, playing some good football, and won't have any heartache. I'm watching Jamaica. To be honest with you, if Jamaica lose in a lot of the games, we play good football. I don't even feel so bad. We sit down, when we sit back and just defending long ball over it. Whether we always upset. Even with a win, some because me I say, boy, what kind of game this is? But anyways, been on the show, and looking forward to see what the other
Yeah,
have
man.
to say.
All right. Big up yourself and thanks for calling.
Mm.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man, definitely.
All right, so big up the caller there for calling. Big up that caller. First time he's calling, he has been watching the show. Big up yourself. No sports. Which top country have all of them players based home? uh, all right, so that was a good call. That was a good call. Very good call. Ian, if you feel like you want to call back, you can always call back. Damian Francis say you have to put the best players out there. All right, we need the likes to be at 100 people. We have 110. Hit the like button, people. Best team consists of best complement of players. Jason Ferran, big up yourself. Welcome. Shatter the man, them are all the other. I agree with Tapper. Too much homegrown Jamaican players don't get the opportunity because their spot is taken by English-based players. All right, Alj. The only we have nothing to lose. The players that are there won one game, so it doesn't matter who comes in. Alj Tapa was chasing a fleecing illusion, which he could never attain by trying to use all local players. Brandon will big up more Ricardo Gardens are in Jamaica. Find them. Leave English nationals in Jamaica and stop undermining our homegrown players. All right. Any Jamaican who doesn't want the best team, best squad, is not a football fan, but a fan blowing breeze because why wouldn't you want to see the best team representing the country? Interesting. Hello?
Yes, this coach is there.
Yes, man. Welcome to the show.
Uh, big up, big up. And I was just send out happy New Year's to you and your fans,
Yeah, man. Same to you, sir.
and enough, enough prosperity for 2022.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And same to you.
Yes, thank you. And also the same thing for the Reggae Boys, because I still have hope in them.
Yes.
I still have a lot of hope that they can do this. It look impossible. It's not really impossible, but it's a steep hill to climb.
Yes.
But the good thing is the last game. I don't know if everybody see it, but the good thing is the defense. Greg Lee and Javier Brown has proven that these guys should be starting on the Reggae Boyz team here. And I feel if them two guys was on the field in prior matches, we would have more points or better results. But I'm still optimistic going into the Mexico game. The Mexico game, they set the trend now. And the reason why I say that is that we're playing Mexico in the office with Paul, and this is the next two games going to tell you what kind of coach Paul All is. You know.
But you think that those
So
games alone will really tell you what he's all about? Because whether he qualifies the team or not, for me, that will define him.
No. It's not going. It's not going to really define him. But you see, Paul, if this Paul come out with 6 points out of that Panama game and Mexico game, it's going to give them a sense of motivation and a run to the rest of the team. The rest of the team, them, you know, they're beatable, you know. You know, and especially if them beat Mexico at home, which is feasible, that will build up confidence and motivation for the Panama game, because Jamaica need, for all the team out there, Jamaica needs to beat Panama. We don't care if it's not play Panama in them kitchen. Jamaica needs to beat them if we're going to go to Qatar. And the thing is, like I said, I'm still optimistic because from see players like Greg Lee then come in, Javon Brown, you know, I'm Mr. Ravel, I get more play time. I'm on just come off for your show. You say this team is one of the best squad we ever say, and I agree with 100% because we have the strength, we have the numbers and we have the strength. It's just a matter of getting the right 11 for the field and knowing when to change out a man. And I thought when a man tired enough, because when the coaches them, because it's a draft game, you know. When the opposition makes certain changes, you have to be quick to adjust. You know, and you can't make precious time, especially with Jamaica. Because they say, you know, and they say with Tapa, and they say them two games are gonna make Paula. With Tapa, and take a look, the things go down, and them supposed to do a change, and then just watch it and ride it out. If you watch them on them coaching in the big league, them the coach them off the bench. Especially when they now get the results, especially when the game now go down and the player them ears until, you know. That's something I want to say. The coach bench come up, the coach from the sideline. But you know, I'm really optimistic because, you know, if Jamaica do this, it's a serious party I go down. It's then qualified because the odds is against us. And you know, it's a challenge. And it's me as a man, personally, I like a challenge. I like a challenge. And you see, if me I look for me, me a big coach too, you know, without a spectator. But me I look for in a Paul situation, if I was a coach, I say, you know, with the on the brink, I'm gonna know all my teams here. I'm gonna know the players I have, man. I start thinking about it. With a draft, it's all kind of resources. To fine tune a team, but say they're not going to resources. JFF is not strong with the resources, you know. So, you know, and that's why I say Paul and have a task here, and them can do this because me feel same of the team to do it, you know. But you know, one question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
You know, I mean, enough man to talk about Jamaica not ready for this World Cup here. They might look down the road to 2026. But how you feel about Qatar? What you really looking at the team where we're at right now, and the squad that we have. I noticed them bringing in two more new. The young boy, we play for what's his name? Cavaliers. Speedy.
You mean Busy?
Speedy Watson. Busy, yes.
Atkinson.
Yes, Atkinson, yes. And get, I think then calling him up. You know, so how you feel with the squad and the certain man and then calling up? Or what do you think? Do you think we have a feasible chance here?
All right, I think you're making mention of the friendly games, right? The friendly games
Well,
or the friendly game that is coming up. There are I believe that they are mainly local based players that are called, and players that are
yes,
playing in competition that are on break. So I wouldn't
okay,
read too much into that game. What I want to see, in
I
order
got
for me
you.
to give a true argument or viewpoint on the team going to Qatar, I'd have to see the first team, first squad that the coach, new coach selects. Then I'd also want to see how the team plays.
Right, right. I agree. I agree. I see the Peru practice match there is a 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 it's a training tool for the next 6 games. And you know, being that I was saying to I was saying that a man like Tyreek McGee should be in the team. I know he wasn't performing well, but to me, it's like them give it. I mean, I have nothing against the English-based players. I love the English-based players.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me proud of Antonio, Michael Antonio, Ravel,
Right.
Rube, and Scottish Warrior. Them come and do them things. Me not telling that. Them put in them work.
Mm-hmm.
But when you measure Tariq with a man like Bobby Reed, Mr. Bobby Reed is a big baller, big baller. It's just that for some reason, man, I don't know if he's not used. I don't know if it's the CONCACAF environment. I'm not sure, but for me scored the one superstar goal in the World Cup. It's like say in flames out, no more spark, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and then and unless if let's say him out there playing good and can't break loose again. The man cost us a goal, miss a goal. In supposed to put us up one and then in turn and give the opponents one. You know, so me think say no, me personal think say if it was a yard based match, it would have to the bench. But being that he's Bobby Reed, quote unquote Bobby Reed, and still getting game time. I'm gonna say I'm not forget game time at this point for Bobby Reed because he has the potential, but due to performance, he will be coming on in the second half.
Right. Because he has not
Until
been playing
him,
well for the past few games.
no. I'm not as far as the work of qualification. He has not done anything for JFF. You know, and the other guy that seems to be so comfortable on the field and he's just not going to get in his playing time is Ravel.
Mm-hmm.
When I watch Ravel playing in the center there, it's like Ravel been with the JFF like maybe 2 years. He's comfortable in knowing midfield.
Ravel is class.
It's class. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So but to have a young guy like Tyreek, who's just film football career basically just started. The Peru game, the practice game, I love to drop him in the middle with Ravel, just to get him that. Give the man at least 60 minutes.
I don't think any of the English players English Jamaicans will be available,
Yeah, I know, but I would love to see, and I said it can happen, but I would love to see that combination and get some player time in a practice environment.
Yes.
Because I saw you start to fine tune the team, like to try this and try that. What combination? Because I want to that point out that that Granton, what's his name, work well in the middle there. What's his name again?
Who is that?
Low.
Oh, Damian Lowe.
Granton, yeah. But I was saying them two have good chemistry in the middle. But you know, what if we have to be versatile? What if one of them sort of injured or something happens? We need to have somebody that can drop in there, or another duo that you can that can replace that duo.
Yeah, you're basically talking about squad depth because you have
Yes.
to pick a balanced squad when you're going to these rounder games. Like
Right,
I heard
exactly.
somebody said is that the problem was that Whitmore wasn't picking a balanced squad. So when he was to take off a player,
Yeah, Whitmore never pick
substitute
a
a player,
squad.
when he turns to his bench, he doesn't know who to pick to ask to come on.
Exactly. That's what
because
I'm
he
saying.
was not picking a
Never
balanced
pick
squad.
Right. But but like I said, I'm just hoping that because like I said, this is the best team I ever seen. The best team. The 65. I was around when we went to the World Cup in '98, and that team was fierce. They see that team that take on Uruguay and mash up Uruguay 2-0. That team that all even after the World Cup, we see that team that play Brazil. What's his name, and draw them after 1-1. They might play against man like Romario. That team that was decent enough, but the team that we have is a far much sharper team than that. The team that we have too much talent, man. We have big baller in Antonio, Ravel. I mean, I talk about the English baller, them, And when you look on man like Boza. Fleming's is a good striker. So him just need to settle down. Both we have as far as firepower, man, we have a good rounded team. We have middle too, because when you talk about man like Roof, I know Roof is more offensive, but you have Roof. If you have Roof up here and Ravel behind him with Low, I've no strength like and then back in the back, you have Greg Lee and Brown. No, and the other English boy name, Barry Yappa. No man, we have depth. It's just that the right combination that go on the field.
Yeah, man, that's it.
We need to have a right combination, and we know we need to have strategy when we make substitute. I mean, so if them have that down pat, we can make it. We can get 18 points. Nothing impossible. It might look impossible, but nothing is impossible.
Right.
Well, coach, me now know you have people.
Yeah, man.
Are there to call in, and your fans them in the chat room there. So me now owe you because me know say enough people there have them comments to share.
Yeah, man.
But again, Happy New Year's.
Yeah, man.
2020 to everybody, JFF, to all the yard crew, all the man them. Stop doing what you're doing, all right?
All right, respect, man. And thanks for calling.
Yeah, man.
All right,
yes,
cool.
Yes, sir. Same to you. Okay, bye.
All right, there you have it. One more caller down. Any more to go? All right, big up to all the persons who came in while I was on the call. Yes, man. Big up on yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Please remember to do the right thing. Yeah, man, do the right thing. All right. So, yes, we only have a few minutes to go. Less than half an hour. Big up yourself, Carlito Walsh. Just take up your phone and dial. What's up? We can hear your voice, your views on the matter. Ishmael, give us a call, Ishmael. You have a lot to say now, Ishmael. Chris Smith, Gold Jam, Owen. Come on, man. It costs you nothing to call. It's just a WhatsApp call. And people will hear what you have to say in regards to this road to Qatar with these 6 games to go. Yes, man. So what say you? Big up yourself, Wilberth Moore. And if you're Darren Moore related. Gold Jam, big up yourself. Karoom, yo, big up yourself. Yeah, man. City, go on, shut it. City, go on, shut it. I never condone inefficient behavior. Unlike you, I don't have to disrespect to prove. Who is that going for now? Ishmael? Is that Chris Smith? Karoom is saying we don't have 6 games. We have 1 game. Mexico. Because we'll lose to Mexico and Panama win, we're dead straight. Karoom, our 6 games we have to go. If we lose against Mexico and Panama win, we still have to play out the other 5 games. So it's 6 games to go. We have to take it game by game, of course. Dre, anyway, big up yourself. Check. Phone lines is open, people. Dre, I hope you're all right, brother. See, you have some emoji there with sick face and all of them, something there. I hope you're another girl there, the big C girl, you know. Ruchin, big up yourself. They don't still games, brother. Whether formality or informality, that's still game. But I know what you mean, Karoom. I know what you mean. Yeah, man, people. A few minutes to go. 24 minutes to go. You can hit that number on the screen and share your views on the topic. Reggae Boyz last 6 games. Road to Qatar. How important is that first game against Mexico is? Caller, good afternoon. You're live. Welcome to the coach's desk. Turn down the thing that you're listening to.
Okay, that's let me put on this headphone thing now. No problem.
Yeah, background
Let me get this headphone.
noisy. Siobhan, big up
For
yourself.
the youth, never listen. Any better? Is it any better now, my lad?
Yeah, I'm hearing you know, but just the background. We're hearing the background as well. And you know, we don't want certain things come out.
All right.
So you probably need to move away from that crowd.
All right, let me go outside. I've come to beat you. That should be better now.
Yeah, man, go ahead. Let us hear it. What say you?
Yeah, man. Me there listen out in Florida, yeah. As me I say still, you know, made a comment. I mean, right now I think we have the best aggregation of talent and ability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But with all of that, you know, we know say commitment is key. And on the coach part, how him deploy that talent and ability is also key. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if we can get all of them ingredients they coming together, I think it shouldn't be so difficult. It shouldn't be so difficult. Because when we compare the other squad them in our group, yeah. I mean, you know, we can see where we should have easily stand out. We should have really easily stand out, you know. With all of that said, I mean, I always sing the tune for my chorus is Tariq Maggie still.
Yeah.
Yeah, my chorus is Tariq Maggie because trust me, you know, say from the first time you see that youth them play,
A little youth when I say pass through Rima. Yeah, from the first time I see that youth that play, it's like me say something where some people laugh at me. Cause me say Jano, me think Tariq Magee can do anything that Lionel Messi can do with a football.
Okay.
Yeah, me stand by that. Anything that Lionel Messi can do with a football, me think Tariq Magee can do it. Yet I hear him admit in our interview one of the time, say he thinks he was not guided properly in his school years.
Yes.
In his school years. He wasn't, because whereby him wasn't encouraged to defend, to run back and defend, which is supposed to be part of everyone on the team's responsibility. You know, but I think, as me say, I think he's learning. I think he's really learning. Unless Hope say him get some good encouragement and some good guidance. Because me think say if him can get theme act together that way there, trust me, we have a solid package going forward. Yeah, man. And I say more still, you know. So big up yourself on the holiday, and we're looking forward for good things in 2022. Yes, my lad.
All right, big
and
up
bless
yourself.
up all of the
Say that again.
all of the ones that me tune in.
Okay.
Don't me just big up all of the ones that me tune in, and all the best for the 2022.
Yeah, man. Respect, man. And big up yourself. Man calling from Florida. Big up the whole Florida.
Yeah, man. Well, me just a pass through. Me just a pass through. Me soon come back in the yard still.
Okay. All right.
That's our word. Bless up.
Big up yourself. Big up. All right. So, I hear Shrilch 100 is saying that Tariq Magee needs to prove that at his club. Chevron is saying Tariq Magee himself said that he isn't prepared, and now you're comparing him to Messi. Carla, welcome to the show. You're live.
Mr. Mins, yeah.
What's up, man?
Coach Karumi, yo.
What's up, Coach, yo?
Yeah, man, how long now you start this program?
About just over a year now.
Over a year now.
It's
you can remember when? Yeah, man, boy, in that year and 2 years.
Yeah, man. I think
I start
early next year. It's gonna be 2 years.
Yeah. It coincides with the pandemic.
Right.
Yeah, man. You know why? Because so now I could have in my house, peace of mind, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And through the whole lockdown and them things, you find things to do. And your program and about 2 other programs did on, and it was interesting. And you can remember me usually take that the boy. Want me country go World Cup, you know. But they are whole heap of Hope Road. Whole heap of Hope Road. And see there, it's in front of me. We have all the quality where we want. We are one of the best goalkeepers in a CONCACAF. We have competent and solid centre half.
Right.
We have enough midfield. We have quality forward and midfielders in terms of attacking them, but maybe the weakest part and maybe central midfield, that link between defense and midfielder connect the team. Yeah. We shouldn't be in this position, you know.
Yeah,
but
I agree
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just say we have 6 games.
Yeah,
I'm not being negative, you know, but it's just being realistic. It's just what is in front of us, and it is what it is. We are here.
No, as we say, no, Karim,
we have to just take.
I understand what you're saying, because the first hurdle has to be Mexico. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if we go on the back foot with a loss in that game, or even a point, we're going to be in huge problems. Worst if Panama wins. So I definitely understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, we still have the 6 games. We still have to look into them.
Man. We don't see that.
Go ahead.
No, man, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, man. I was just saying that definitely we have to take them a game at a time, but we still have those 6 games. We still have to contemplate how we maneuver the 6 games. the first two would be critical, especially the first one against Mexico. I believe Mexico is wounded. We are not so wounded, but we are in a situation that we should not be in based on quality. So I believe that if we can get on the front foot in the game against Mexico, and get on the front foot, I mean, like you stroke that ball through cover and get that 3 points to the boundary, it's going to be a good look, confidence and positivity going into the next game. Go ahead.
What is your answer to this question? What go wrong?
For me, I think it was all about selection, not getting the right pieces together. I think his selection really hinders. I believe if the coach would have gotten his selection on par, then definitely I think we would not be in this position, and he probably would have had have his job still. That's my take on the
matter. Yeah, but in respect to that, I think it go further than that in my coach. Me a coach, I will coach a game, and it's one way me talk, me I tell you as it is. You see, before you can get your selection, you have to have a way and how you want to play.
True.
So when you have a way and how you want to play, the selection become easy because you're going to look for certain part. You're going to look for particular player to fit that way of playing. What we were doing was jumbling all over the place. You understand? It's in the last phase I think now we realize, guess what, we look different. Maybe because we look more desperate. You understand? But based on where we're coming from, we should have already, me and you could have, for example, those Arsenal, just speaking, Arteta started the season 3 games on the track losing. There was not a way and a plan in terms of how we want to play the game. As a supporter of Arsenal, me can tell you now, when you look at the team now, as a support, me can pick even 8 players where say, them man, they must start.
Yeah, so you see purpose
so
now.
As a fan, you see purpose. Me never seen no purpose before. So it's more than just the coach and the selection, but somebody should have been there and make him know, hey, where the pattern, where the style of play where we were trying to create for the last 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
You understand? And and I mean, not nobody, but me is realistic. Me I tell you as it is.
Yeah, but
2007 coming up to 2. Yeah.
But me agree with you, But on the other hand, if you have a team of quality players, you supposed to can get them to play in a particular way.
No, but the example up on the wall, get them to play a particular way.
No, you notice I say you should be able to get them to play a particular way, right? So, if you are not selecting the best players, I think you're going to put yourself in problems. Why? Because if we have a big pool and better players are out there, and we're not selecting those better players, then we are set up ourselves to fail.
So wait. But as I said, it was not hard, my coach, because think about it. Starting from your spine, your goalkeeper. You have your goalkeeper there. And I think we go about it wrong. We have one of the best goalkeepers in a CONCACAF. So you see a team in World Cup qualification is not winning game 5 and 6, love make it, It's just winning the games. Because 3 points is the most important thing. I can win my game ugly the next 6 game 1 love, 6-3 is 18. Nobody now remember about the ugly game, Everybody remember about the points that I take in. So the approach that we take, you should have center around, not say building around an individual, but building around a particular way of playing in terms of, not say defensive, ultra defensive, but based on all the team and the players that we have at the time, we could have done that. We don't do either. We were in between in terms of figuring out what to do and what not to do and who should play and who should not play. You understand? So I am disappointed because even the first game at home, Panama, me I say, boy,
Me think me da go tramp upon some people, and then when me turn on my TV, me I wonder if we never understand what was happening out there. And we just send some man and say, guess what? See, the public say, boy, them want them money, and so because see if them good enough can just figure it out. No. So there was a lot of things go wrong. As they say, we have 6 games where we still have to try to be hopeful and be positive. It starts with Mexico. And them say them change the guard. We have a new coach at them. So wish him all the best. So, but you know, I ask you, my coach, when we come at the match at stadium, you want sharp man? No, is when I go through the tunnel, look back and me see when you take the picture with Michael, me I say, wait, I mean that me a pass. Come and walk past you, you know. Walk past. I mean, it's a sharp man. It's a sharp man, so powerful man.
Yeah, man, powerful, man. Powerful.
So, as I say, we are Jamaican and we love the team, you know. And you notice when we not talk like we want to bring them. It just been disappointed that time because over the years, all right, and none even me live, you know.
Yeah, man.
Right at stadium. So we no jump enough wall for go match.
Yeah, man.
No security guard run down. So we know what it's all about. Right? And then now we get involved in a coaching and one of the biggest baller living in the whole region in terms of my era, Walter Boy. And Nandeville in conference. So you don't know. When I play for the national team and match I play a stadium, everybody don't cook from all 2 o'clock, you know.
Yeah, man.
Straight. I have to go to stadium. So I'm disappointed even with that side because you have a player in the team where become the national coach and feel a synergy there in the 98. You should have bring back some of that energy there. Football no personal, you know. Worse you coach a national team, it's not personal. It can't, it's not something personal you carry go your yard, you know. You represent your nation. You understand? The nation call upon you. So when you call it, you're not the person. So when you come out and make certain comments and certain reference, it don't make no sense. You understand? Because the nation call upon you and you should deliver as best as possibly you can.
Yeah, definitely.
So, we're there all the best for 2022 coming and the rest of the day in the 2021 because as we your thing set, we have to just take it moment by moment.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, man, big up yourself and big up all of the people in the chat room and so forth, all right?
All right, big up to Karumio. Yeah, man, big up yourself. All right, cool. So, people, there you have it. Karumio, coach, Nannyville, man. In the same community with one of the great Walter Blacker Boy. Shaban, I beat hard, you know. Walter Boyd comes from Union Garden but lived in Nannyville during his Excelsior days. Tapperfield him have the longest time to get the team ready for 2016. Jamaica's biggest problem, leave the past in the past. Karoom need to link me. All right, so we have a few minutes to go, people. Still time remaining, so we can get in probably 2 or 3 more calls. Yeah, man. Leon Bailey situation, people. Yeah, as I told you in the video that I did, it's a situation with Leon Bailey where there's no time that was given for his return. No return date. Yeah? So he has been ruled out. You know what I mean? That's how the thing's set. Big up yourself, Dante Dan. Dave Carter, big up yourself. Yeah, Man City are going with a bag of things. Owen, Demarai Gray. Yeah, man, we're saying close to get him citizenship. After citizenship, you know, say a passport. So, Demarai Gray, he should be back on the 30th of this month. We understand that Demarai Gray was a case of illness. See, I'm checking it right away. You have Richardson in their team, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dominic Richardson is going to return next year. Dominic is going to return the 30th. Lucas, 30th as well. Demarai Gray, the 30th. Fabian Delph, the 30th. Tom Davis, 30th. Yerry Mina. When is that return date? Him rule out. Townsend ruled out too. No return date. Jose Rondon. No return date. Yeah, man. So that's how it is for Leon Bailey right now. Hope to have a next update. We hope we get big deal. Honestly, we hope that, because if Bailey is gonna, if there's no return date for Bailey, even if he comes back early January, it's gonna be like lack of match fitness and all these things after being out for so long. So Demarai Gray would be a very good addition to the team. Sure, Chippy out is done. I said, yeah, man. Hey, you see, a lot of the teams, let me tell you what's going on with the team, them. Because me and some man are going like say Liverpool alone have players out. Arsenal have 5. Aston Villa 4. Brentford 11. Brighton 6. Burnley 4. Chelsea 6. Crystal Palace 7. Everton 9. Leeds 9. Leicester 10. Liverpool 7. Manchester City 6. Manchester United 4. Newcastle 13. Norwich 11. Southampton 11. Tottenham 4. Watford 9. West Ham 5. Wolves 7. And also, say the injuries probably involved in that are some, probably some illnesses, and that would have been probably the virus. So, what a lot of teams have a whole lot of players. Yeah, man. So, let me just check that update then. All right. Yeah, man, there's so much Everton injury, man. Me here say Leon out for 4 weeks. Yeah, I have heard that. But what I checked did not give any updates in terms of the date that he'll be out for. No specific date. So it could be 4 weeks, it could be 5 weeks, So we hope that he'll be back sooner than later. Trust me. Yeah. Get over that hump of injury and just deal with the thing what to deal with. All right. March window before Bailey fully ready. It looked like that way there. Our former national coach is very schizophrenic. The brand of ball that the team played in 2019 against USA, possession ball, was a style we should have maintained. Just what happened. Who know? I don't know. I don't mind being considered a comedian still. All right. Any more calls coming in, people? Hit the call button. Hit the call button. All right, Ruchin, what style of football does team play, possession, or try to counter attack? One thing I can say is that I'm looking diligently on anything going forward. First with Peru, and then the game against Mexico. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. We also need to be wary with this Omicron strain of the virus because it can put a damper on players' availability. Yes, Devon, I mentioned that earlier, and I actually did a video on that. Today is what? Wednesday. I think I did on Tuesday a video on that, stating the same. You know what I mean? So I hope we don't get into any problem where that is concerned. But yes, Devon, I spoke on that. That could cause some issues for us. Jamaica has been playing a Sunday ball game type of game. All right, Chevon. Hey, Chevon. Ah, boy. Uh, trust me. I think I'm not a national level type of baller, but boy, trust me. Yeah, man, I can do a whole lot on the ball field. Yeah, man, a whole lot. Big up to Devon Porter. Yeah, man, Devon Porter, the big man in the place, you know. Jeremy and Mitchell said from Gold Cup coming right up to our last World Cup, we have not seen a constant starting 11. All games have different 11. That's very poor. Whitmore spoiled the World Cup campaign. He should have been long gone from last year. All right, Loud Music Entertainment. All right, this is the last call we're taking. CC in the building. We say invited me to your ball game. All right, tell me about it now. CC, what's up?
But there, man, even though me now on the sad mode, still a call in for the show.
Oh, it's Chelsea mode, you know.
Big idiot side, man.
Well, you fi say it, not
Man,
me. You are
man, they make City run again with the league.
you far ahead of me, you know, and you complain. City about 20
Coach,
odd points away from me, and yeah,
man,
call
they
the
make
side.
City go with the league, my boss. I can't believe, brother. City go with the league. City go with the league.
Anything can happen in a Virgin. 8 or 6 points are 2 games, you know.
No, but may I ask you, coach, weekend coming up at Chelsea versus Liverpool. Somebody going to lose. And if
It can
nobody
be a
loses at
case.
9
It
points.
can be a case of both teams share the spoils. Remember, you know, that's a part of the game too.
All right. If both teams share the spoils, something there, coach. More than likely the man them gonna go up by 9 points, right? So if the Minnesota City are lose 3 games in a season, seriously season. Unless unforeseen circumstances at this point me a crown them. If my side go win it back, I can say alright to come back, but I tell you brother.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, coach, you hear the interview where Mr. Win was saying was talking good and everything, you know. And then all of a sudden, I don't see how you could have too much English player, something there with English background. You hear what he said?
Me hear about it, but me never watched that part of it. I was watching it, then I had to
Coach, you see, this is the reason why I tell the man them say, you see, someone for love the football, brother. Someone for love Jamaica football. Yeah, man, someone for love Jamaica football. Cause look at it like this, coach. Nobody is saying, let me tell you the problem is, nobody is saying that we want an all English team or all English this. You understand? But what everybody is saying is that synergy helps. And the fact that we already don't have the enough quality locally, but we have the quality in the diaspora. Why not utilize the diaspora? Remember, we utilize the diaspora in terms of soliciting donations and a multitude of other things. So why is it that we can't use the diaspora in soliciting talent?
Yeah. That's a good point.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because we solicit other stuff from the diaspora because guess what happened? Look at it like this. What I always tell people, coach, there is not enough jobs and opportunities on the island of Jamaica for everybody. Fact that if you check Jamaica has like 3 million persons, and then approximately, and then if you check the rest of the world, there's probably more than that. Imagine if all of those persons lived on the island, coach.
Mm-hmm.
What poverty level would be, what certain things would be. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that simply means that it's not a matter of choice that a person had to leave, or a person had to go somewhere else. It's a matter of resources. There's not unlimited resources or unlimited opportunities or
Right.
unlimited space to live. Therefore, wherever a person lives or resides, their heritage is there with them. So as long as they still as their heritage, because if you look at it, a Brazilian is still a Brazilian if they migrate to Portugal. A Chinese is just the same. When a Chinese go to America, they have Chinatown because they're still Chinese, and on their thing they register as Chinese. So it's not necessarily that they're saying they're American citizens, but Chinese at their heritage. So that is why I can't I can't fathom what Mr. Wink and some of the older heads are thinking when they're trying to say that. Because when they say these things in a coach, they turn off even the donors from the diaspora. Because what if I'm a donor from the diaspora and I have say, family members or so who would be interested in sports in Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's not like
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
oh, I'm not saying I would use that against them, but this is humans we are dealing with. Persons can look at that and say, well, me not send my money coming to the program because if me not send my money coming to the program, but yet still our talent and the persons who are in our region, in the diaspora, outside of Jamaica, born outside, would not, would have not gotten a chance like the rest of persons. Then those things can affect the sponsorship and affect the money going forward in the program. You understand? So I just believe that sometimes it's not what you say or stuff, but it's all you say. Certain things you can't say and or you can't publicize. If you have that as a personal opinion, you can't come and make it a JFF opinion, brother. Because if you make it a JFF opinion, you're making it a national opinion. If you make it a national opinion, then it will affect the national program. Because to me, that sounds like personal bias. Because that could not be an opinion stating that. And then when I realize, then all of what we are saying, of course, seems to me that we could have had it right saying that they put a quote or a stop order on UK players. So it's like you're wondering what is really going on. Because to be honest, coach, what I want to see is the development of the football locally, where we can have players moving forward, going overseas, getting better opportunities. But what they're not looking at is a synergy. Because if I'm from England and I'm playing with somebody who's locally or in MLS, I'm realize that they're good. You never know if my agent can, between agents and coaches and the links that can be made in order for that person to get into Europe. So all of those things factors in a coach. Because at the end of the day, we want to build a program where the best will always be available. Take, for example, Canada, for instance. As I tell people, they're saying that there's no quick fix. Canada never really serious towards football in a sense because if you realize Canada don't have no big something that developed league like that. They're probably just developing a league in the Canadian Premier League or whatever it's called, but they never had a structured league. They had a team in the MLS, but they never had a structured league towards football itself. But if you realize Canada is so far ahead in their development versus we had the Jamaica. It might not have been the most glamorous coach. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It might not have been the most glamorous. However, we had our league long time before Canada get serious in the football. They might have been playing football because they had a team in MLS, but we had our league basically. Look at it. We had our league from even before MLS is when they had NASL and then they transitioned into MLS. So we had our league in and around the same amount of time. So that's why I'm saying to people that it's just poor management and judgment, and the same persons who was managing the thing back then wants to still manage it right now. But if you could not, if you were managing it for 10, 15 years and we have moved the needle in the development stage, then what purpose do you serve in managing it going forward? That is why I said I am happy that there's new management in the league going forward in terms of um, the new some of the organization that is managing the Premier League or the local Premier League, and then that is what I would like to see in the JFF new structure in terms of what something what Mr. Price talked about in terms of several different stakeholders having an opinion or having a position in terms of voting and in terms of getting something that involved in the business of football, in the nation's football. So all of those things we need to have in order to change to swing the pendulum. But the same persons doing the same thing it's like they're saying that the same person, like what did I say, madness. It's like the same thing, they're doing the same thing, expecting different results. Because to me, in their head, they're expecting different results. But we have been down this road already, coach. We have been down this road already. The thing that I don't want is when 2026 comes, we are still trying to source ballers again. We should already have a structure. So you say when an English player of Jamaican descent is coming in the team, he comes in a structure. So it's not like we are running down players. We have a structure now. So when you have a structure, players want to come to you. So players would want to come because no matter what nobody wants to say in a coach, England can only carry a 30-man squad, 23 plus 7 reserve. Enough man now go and be reserve, and England are produce a 60, 70, 80, 100 baller. Are you saying to me that a player don't want to play in the World Cup? If a man come and to say how there's a legitimate structure and set up that he can qualify and go to play in a World Cup, and he has the option, you know how much player would give to have that option? The amount of players in England that only have England as their choice. Just look at it, coach. A lot of players, even Jamie Vardy, only had England as his. If Jamie Vardy had Jamaica as Jamaican heritage, I can tell you, I would have wanted him in the team years ago.
Yeah, man.
I don't know the joke thing, coach.
Yes, see. Some good points to make in there, but we have to end the show at this moment. We said that we were gonna go for 1 hour, and we gave 1 hour and 12 minutes extra. So I mean,
yeah, man, and the show just get big enough.
Yeah, man, it just get nice.
I know the scientists come in, the show just get big.
Yeah, the lab tech come in, you know.
Yeah,
But
the lab tech.
definitely we have to end the show here, people. Thanks very much to everyone. Big up to CC and all the other callers. This was a call-in show. Respect to all the callers from all the different states in America and in Jamaica. Big up on yourself. Really appreciate it. People, just continue to do what you do. Stay safe. And until next time. Big up yourself, Road Chin. Big up yourself, Lloyd O'Connor, the erudite. J. Ross, big up yourself. Tito, we think about that, you know, I'm a party them all come in and come kill off your side, you know. Devon Porter, my virgin, big up yourself. Fresh God, people, just as we leave, the shout out some birthday greetings to Fresh. Dante Dan, big up yourself. Big up all the people. Who else in the house? Horace Lynch. Big Deal Len. Dave Carter. Fabian Full in the building. Yeah, man. Big up to everybody. Jermaine Mitchell. Shavon Peart. Yeah, man. Wilbur Moore. Horace. I did say Horace already. Owen. CC Sports Lab was on the line. Yeah, man. Just big up everybody, you know, people. Just go and take care of yourself. Just continue to be safe as we close in. Reno, big up yourself, Reno FC. As we close in. Dante Dan, big up as we close in on this year. Such a good year for us. Why? Because we're still here. Yeah, man. Nobles Ultra graphic. Big up yourself. All right. So until next time, people. People them say them like me studio look. Yeah, man. Big up on yourself. You know we always try do a little adding, you know. And style and flavor because you know that it says. So we are giving you that right now. Peace out, people.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.